The views and opinions expressed in the Golden Boot podcast are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of the Golden Boot podcast as a whole.
Y'all ready to get rolling? Quiet on the set. Hey, welcome back. Another hot episode of HBCU Hour. It's your boy Poop. I got my man Ant Patty Murphy in the building. Happy belated Father's Day, my boy.
Same to you, bro.
Man. I'll go ahead and let the cat out the bag. We was gonna do a show last night. They grilled for you, boy. I was out. I just got me. Chicken wings, hamburgers, hot dog, potato salad. And I'm tell you what put it over the top. Baked beans, and they had cake. I was done. And Corona, I was done.
That's a wrap.
It was a wrap. You know, I ain't even get half the stuff. I ain't even get to like didn't really get to drink my beer for real. It was some kind of tea. I don't know. It was
tea, huh?
But nah, it wasn't that kind of tea, but it was some tea. That cherry flavor too. It was different. I was like, what is this? What kind of euphoria is this? And we played kickball, and it was like 90-some degrees outside.
Oh no, that's
bad. Yeah. We played, me and Dylan won. It was a wrap. Ran them bases. Done, son. Out of there. It's a wrap.
That sounds like trouble right there.
Yeah. I got calls, man. Both my boys, my oldest, you know what I'm saying? Caleb and Jay Sean called me, man, and it really touched me, man. Really touched me. So my daughter, she was in the house with me. She just texted me, told me she loved me. I was like, that's sweet. That makes
I got some
she could have came. She could have came and told me, but she texted me, so I guess
I got some letters from my daughter. So
yeah. That's dope. That's dope. Wait till Bam get ready to start.
We're gonna break some for Father's Day.
Hey, Daddy, got something for you. Tear it up. But yeah. Man, I watched some TV. Watched WNBA. I know you don't watch TV. It's a TV show called The Boys. That's on Amazon Prime, about superheroes. But the superheroes, they you know what I'm saying, it's like the other side, like you can see like they flaws and stuff, and then some people trying to take them down. It's a good little show, man. It's a good little show. And it's yeah. I watched that. Like, okay, here you go. Want to thank everybody for tuning in. Our good man, Jay White. But thank everybody for watching. You know, you can be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that. We got a good one tonight, man. We got somebody. I guess you call him ambidextrous. Amber podcastrious. Our good man Cobi Oil, man, and he brought the fireplace with him, man. We got we finna talk
over there.
Yeah, the smooth lounge. We gonna talk some South Carolina State, some Delaware State. I'm ready to hear about South Carolina State, man.
It ain't like they got nothing to talk about over there in South Carolina.
Got a little something.
No changes have been made, and then
no. Now, I do want to say this. It's South Carolina State. Shout out, congratulations to I'm gonna still call it AD Campbell. You know what I'm saying? AD Keisha Campbell. She's at Morgan, accepted a new position at Morgan State. I forgot what the title was. She forever, at least for the Golden Boot, she our AD. You know what I'm saying? Forever ever. Shout out, you know what I'm saying? AD Campbell. Then, man, before we bring Cobi up, man, Grambling added something new to the schedule, 2025.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting this one. This was out of left field a little bit, but they're making a road trip up to Columbus.
Yeah, Columbus, Ohio at that.
Yeah.
Ohio State, you on upset alert. I'm just putting it like that. For halftime.
That would still be an upset in some people's eyes. You know what I mean?
Oh man, what's good, Dave? Dave said what's going on. Jay White said he just checking in. He said, you just don't know. I was out of there. Nick, what up, man?
They said Graham gonna lose by 70. They might, but they're gonna get paid to do it.
Yeah, get paid, nice little penny. Some people say they shouldn't play this game.
Bring me my money.
Yeah, some people say they shouldn't play this game. It's gonna be a murder. But then they also say we got to play all the other FCS schools, or we not valid. I'm just trying to figure it out. Make it make sense. You know where he at.
Yeah, you gonna conjure that man up again.
I ain't gonna call Beetlejuice. Everybody know. Man, let's go ahead and get to it, man. Get our man Cobi in here. But first, you know what we gotta do. We gotta give a shout out to our sponsor over at BetOnline. BetOnline.ag. We'll be back in 1 minute. BetOnline.ag is your number one source for all your sports information, stats, news, and scores. Get the latest odds, lines, and player injury reports for this year's NBA and NHL playoffs. BetOnline is always your sports information headquarters. This season, we have you covered for all your sports wagering needs. We have everything from NBA, NFL, MLB, and NHL to golf, tennis, UFC, and boxing. BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to get your betting info, including live betting options and your favorite casino and card games that you can play right from your home. Head on over to betonline.ag today or use your mobile device to get in on the action. Be sure to use the promo code BLEAV to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline, where the game starts. Hey, we had to let them come back. You know what I'm saying? Had to get them back on here. Help us talk about South Carolina State. Help us talk about Delaware State. None other than the man himself, Mr. Cobi Orr from BlitzCity Podcast. Welcome back, Cobi. How you doing?
What's going on, buddy?
You said it. There you go. There you go. He said they shouldn't play that game. He said y'all gotta play. Dave said A&T got Georgia in 2030.
Ooh.
Interesting. Cobi, what's been going on, man? How was your weekend, man? How'd you, you know what I'm saying, enjoy your Father's Day with your folks, man?
It was dope, man. You know, I got to spend some time with my son. You know, it was all good. You know, happy belated Father's Day to y'all too.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man, it was a pretty good weekend.
All right, you are you at the ugly cards and socks and tie stage yet, or you know what I'm saying, he's still too young for that?
He's still a little too young for that. You know, he ain't he gonna be 4 in August. So I mean, I guess I'm at that.
Oh, it's coming.
It's coming. Wait till you get great. You know, when you get in school, they're gonna make all kind of little ugly stuff.
Macaroni art and all kind of stuff.
Jay White said they're gonna get Cobra Crush like in Karate Kid. Man, hey, I forgot to say this, and Saturday, Dylan walked up to him and said, "You got a surprise, Daddy." I said, you're not supposed to tell me that. He said, you still don't know what it is. I still don't know what it was. I don't know what it was. But man, Cobi, South Carolina State. Zach messed it. I ain't gonna say messed it up, but Zach kind of last year around this time we did this show. Zach came on and said something to the effect of when y'all going, let Buddy Pugh go.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, by the end of before he even, snap was made, he made the announcement he was retired.
Right before the first game.
Yeah.
I mean, what most people don't know is, this ain't the first time he's brought up retirement. Probably the first time everybody outside the program has heard about it. But, it was brought up after the Celebration Bowl that we won. It was brought up a little bit before that. You know what I'm saying? So it was going to happen. But we just didn't know when. We just know he was going to leave when he was ready. But we wasn't going to get rid of him. He was going to leave.
Yeah,
right.
you gotta let him leave on his own terms, man.
Right.
After what he did for that program, you kind of can't push him out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I ain't trying. I hope this don't come across the wrong way. Florida State and I kind of understand the Penn State situation, but Florida State and Penn State, they forced them out. And they ain't been the same since, realistically. So
it's karma, man. You don't do that to no legend, man.
Yeah,
you don't do that to somebody.
Yeah, I'm glad Grambling did it the right way. I'm glad South Carolina State did it the right way. But that ushered in a new era, man. Y'all got arguably the hottest name in the HBCU market for this past coaching carousel. Chennis Berry got him to stay. I mean, technically got him to stay home. Thoughts on that? Being able to pull that heist, because it was a lot of it was some teams they said that was gonna get them.
Right, it was, and it was a concern for like a little while, but overall, man, I mean, it just made sense for him to stay home. I felt like. On top of that, hey Diana. On top of that, once I saw him start conversing with Coach Pugh, that's when I kind of knew, nobody else got a chance. Like I was at the state, we held the state championship for football, high school football at South Carolina State. I think that's where it's going to be held at from now on. So when I'm at that game and I'm, covering, watching the schools play on the sideline, and I see Barry there, but they got on their Benedict gear, but his whole staff is there, and I'm just like, we already know he leaving Benedict, so it's like the whole scouting thing. You can't really get away with that. I know what you're doing here. You know what I'm saying? I see him and Pugh talking. I knew what it was at a certain point. So yeah, I'm happy we got him. He was the only coach I really wanted, to be honest. I mean, you heard Ray Lewis' name thrown around in there. That wasn't going. That was never really going to happen. But yeah, I'm glad we got Coach Barry, man. He's the right guy that we needed. He's bringing a lot of fresh blood, fresh life, fresh ideas to this program that the older coaching staff wasn't really hip to. You know what I'm saying? So like he got all these fresh ideas in. I was able to go to a couple practices. I'm loving the way he runs it. It's different. He pays respect to Coach Pugh, but the way he does things is different and it's needed. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited for the future under Coach Barry, man.
Yeah, what about the rest of his staff that he brought with him and everything? Like I know you're talking about fresh blood and all that, but at the same time, is it comfortable enough to where you think that y'all gonna hit the ground running, or you think it's gonna be kind of a little bit of a learning curve and it's gonna take time to get where y'all need to be?
So from what I don't doubt that we're gonna have learning curves in some areas, right? But I do, from the guys that I've seen on his staff, like the running back coach, right? It seems like those guys are willing to run through a brick wall for him already. I don't feel like we'll have a problem with the running backs looking at him. Other places, I think, they still got a way to go. But what I do love is that he still kept some great and trusted individuals from Coach Pugh's staff on his current staff. Our defensive line still got that coach. All right, offensive line, Coach Goddard, one of the best in the business, man. We still got him. So it's like it's gonna be learning curve somewhere, but overall, some areas we're gonna hit the ground running. Other areas it's gonna take a little bit of time. I think it'll be a mixture.
You mentioned keeping some of the coaches on D-line. First of all, he'd been a fool to let the defensive line coach go with the way South Carolina State is produced. But what are some of the other coaches he kept on to, I guess, usher in that transition?
The biggest one was Coach Goddard. Like if nobody else stayed, Coach Goddard had to stay. You see what I'm saying? Like, Coach Goddard has done such a tremendous job with that offensive line during his tenure. I mean, Nick Taste, according to a few FCS media outlets, including Blue Bloods, he's a top 5 offensive lineman in the FCS. He's a legitimate draft prospect in Nick Taste. So I mean, he's been doing this, man. Like, he's been producing quality linemen. So he was the biggest retention for us. And I'm glad that we were able to keep him because, we still got some great backs even after Juwan Howard left. But without a great offensive line, the boys ain't going nowhere. You see what I'm saying? So I'm glad we were able to. Keeping Coach Goddard was the best thing we could do.
Yeah, so I'm assuming defense is still gonna be where y'all hang y'all hat. That's still gonna be y'all identity.
So you really might see a different side of South Carolina State this year. And I'm saying that because losing 3-star defensive linemen, 2 to graduation onto the NFL, and Jablonski and Patrick Godball, and 1 in Nawan Barber, who entered the portal because he had a great year, and now he's at Coastal Carolina. When you lose 3 guys like that, that's not easy to replace. You know what I'm saying? So defensive line is something that even though we just picked up an edge rusher, we trying to get more defensive linemen in. Defensive line is something that I'm really I wouldn't say concerned, but like I just got to see what happens with it. If there's a point of concern, I think that would be it defensively. Otherwise, though, linebacker, you look real good. Got one of the best in the MEAC right now, in Aaron Smith going into his last year. Okay, he's a dog. Played behind BJ, played behind all those guys, man. So he's ready now. Aiden Weber, the transfer from Delaware State, what he was able to do last year. Getting another linebacker out of the transfer portal from the FCS program. We're fine with the linebacking group. DB wise, we went out and got a whole bunch of guys, man, from other schools, like the kid from Lehigh who is very smart. Okay, we in the top 3 for another one from Middle Tennessee State. DB should look a lot better than what they were last year. Defensive line, though. And plus, because these are all new guys, man, I just got to see how that gel. I think offensively, you're going to see y'all gonna see them get off. They're gonna hit the ground running a lot more sooner than I think the defense will. You know what I'm saying? Because even though we got new guys on the offense, these are guys who have had connections, who have played together at some point in their careers. You know what I'm saying? Our quarterback, EJ, right? And Quick Six, who we just got from Eastern Tennessee, they played together at some point. You know what I'm saying? Caden Hyde, who was the star receiver at Benedict, him and EJ, they know each other. Like the chemistry is just there offensively already. So I think they'll hit the ground running better or sooner than the defense will. And I think we might just see a change for the first time as far as what our identity is.
You mentioned offense. Last year, offense hit or miss, just kind of depends. And it
was let's call it what it was. It was bad.
Okay.
It was bad.
I was trying to be nice. We kind of knew last year it depended on how core feels, which core field showed up.
Mm-hmm.
This year, what's the feel of the offense, especially with Coach Berry?
The feel of the offense. Last year, we relied on Juwan Howard. Let's call it what it is. We relied on a freshman running back who is amazing, right? That's why he's at the SEC level right now. All right, after 1 year, he's amazing. But we relied on him throughout the whole season. And I can't put all the blame on Corey because the lack of creativity from our offensive coordinator, who's not there anymore, played a big part in that as well. We literally gave games away. And I watched this up close. We gave games away. We made bonehead decisions simply because lack of creativity. And then when you do put the ball with Corey Fields, saying that we love Corey, we absolutely love Corey. But yeah, he a lot of times last season, man, he couldn't hit the right side of a barn. You know what I'm saying? So now that we don't really have that anymore, I think from what I saw this spring is, oh my God, it was much needed, man. I think we look a lot more. Y'all seen Drumline, you know what I'm saying? Remember when they convinced Dr. Lee, hey, mix it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That's the vibe now.
Yeah,
that's like that. We at that part of the movie now. That's what the offense looks like. You know what I'm saying? We pulling, we running plays that I would never thought I would see us run. You know what I'm saying? We running different formations that I again never thought I'd see us run. So it's gonna be interesting, man. We're finding ways to get our best playmakers in space, and I love that they're prioritizing that now instead of just running up the middle and letting Corey throw like a 10-yard comeback, something crazy like that, something predictable. It's gonna be fresh. It's gonna be fresh, man.
So you basically saying we're gonna see South Carolina State with a modern offense.
Yes. We know now we
still gonna be run heavy and stuff like that, but it ain't gonna be that old I formation, just 3 yards cloud of dust like football.
Right. We still gonna cater to our running backs, but we got a lot of dogs in the receiver room now, so you should see the passing game go up a lot better from what it was the past couple of seasons.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah. You're replacing the legend, in replacing Coach Buddy Pugh, but it feels like you're not hearing as much about, I don't know what we gonna do. I don't know. It's like the energy around Coach Barry is so different, considering what he's following.
Right.
What is the feel? I guess even outside of football, what is the feel around? I guess the program.
Excitement. Talking to the players, man. The one who Coach Pugh brought in, they've bought into Coach Barry quicker than I expected.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like they really believe what he's preaching. Like there's just a new life that Coach Barry has brought to this team now, man. Even outside, people are excited for what Coach Barry's going to do. Again, we love Coach Pugh, always will, but a lot of people did want change. They did want something newer, something fresher, and we have that now. So it's really an exciting time, man. Everybody seems to be buying in and 10 toes down behind Coach Barry. Now, I will ask that we be realistic because he's still coming from the Division II level to Division I. He's a first-time head coach at the Division I level. He's at a new school. He got a new team to put together. So just because we're excited and we're behind him and we expect good things to happen, and I do expect good things to happen next season, doesn't mean that we aren't going to have hiccups. You know what I'm saying? So I just want people to be patient because it's going to happen. But I do expect us to be a lot better than what we were.
Our good man Melanated said, "What's up, family? What's up, Cobi? Got your little coach, them big ass linemen, and your new little quarterback. What's up, player?"
Hey, man, listen. Somebody got to do something with me, Mike, bro, because dude's so disrespectful. Benedict Bulldogs, bro. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Mind you, when they got Damon Wilson, we weren't calling them the Bowie Bears. Nobody called them the Bowie Bears, right? It was all excitement, but now we the Benedict Bulldogs. Man, get out of here.
I could, what? It's funny. I knew, but I forget that Eric Phoenix is now at South Carolina State.
Yeah.
Let me ask this, because you said, saying people need to temper their expectations and stuff. What does success look like for you? I'm not saying a number because we're gonna get there. We'll get there talking about, saying number of wins and stuff. But what does success look like in your eyes for this first year?
Success is continuing our dominance in the run. Success is having an actual passing game where we can consistently throw over 450 yards, and and that not be a struggle. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be, that would really be a successful season for me. Being competitive consistently, not giving away games like we did last year. Because some of those games really do still hurt me, man. Because I like Morgan, Mike. I mean that would be success to me, man. I just want to see us be consistent last year. A lot of the times last year we weren't. The team was really kind of divided, and it was like that for the past 2 seasons. You know what I'm saying? It kind of felt like these younger guys were kind of getting away with things as the staff was getting older. So the fact, if we can all show unison, if we could all be consistent with just being competitive and just improving the passing game and actually look fluid doing it and not, relying on one guy out of desperation to throw it up to, I think, that'll be successful to me. That'll be success.
You on mute, Ant.
My bad. So, besides Berry bringing in kind of a new identity, what other changes happened within the program as far as rosters and things like that?
So we really got rid of. It's the business of football, let's just say that. But we got rid of a lot of guys who didn't really, who Coach Berry didn't really feel like fit the system. And it was unfortunate, like Andre Washington. Everybody knows I was the biggest fan of him. A 6'4" quarterback who can run a 4.4 and have a big arm. I think that Coach Pugh's staff, especially the quarterback coach, didn't really do the best job developing him. And unfortunately, even with the solid spring game showing, we let him walk. And now he's at Charlotte. But of course, I wish him the best. But we got rid of a lot of guys, especially offensively, who just weren't cutting it. So like the receiver room, especially, that was it. Like that was really it. So we're gonna that's gonna look totally different. The secondary as well. We got rid of some guys. Most of them are already signed with schools already, but the secondary and the receiver room are the two biggest as far as changes goes that you're going to see next season. It's going to look a lot different.
Yeah.
I mean, and of course the running back room because of who we brought in, but a lot of the guys who were there are still there, so it's just a nice little mix of them. But as far as looking different, DBs and wide receivers for sure.
Most I guess you could how should I word this? Most improved unit coming back.
Most improved unit. I want to say the offensive line, but they were never really a problem. Because somebody had to block what you want to get on yards last year. They were never really a problem. They just look even better to me now. Most improved, I would definitely say the secondary. I love these new guys that we brought in. The guys that we had last year, they weren't bad at all. They just were never on one accord. Every time we gave up a big play, somebody doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like what happened? Nobody was ever on the same page. These guys are in tune with each other. You know what I'm saying? These guys are gym rats. They stay in the film room literally. So like they live in the film room. You know what I'm saying? So like it's a lot of those mistakes that we were getting last year ain't really been happening in the spring. So, I love how these new guys have come in and have transitioned and have been working together this offseason. So I would definitely say the secondary is most improved.
What's the unit that you feel like isn't quite where it needs to be yet?
D-line. D-line for sure. And we got a couple. There have been a couple of guys who have been showing out, but I need them to be as a unit. I need them to be good. You know what I'm saying? Now, it could just be that the running back room is just having a day like they usually do, but I'm not used to seeing that from a South Carolina State defensive line unit. You know what I'm saying? These are young guys who have been waiting for their opportunities behind Jablonski, behind Patrick for so long. So now that they are finally getting their turn to step up and be those guys, it's going to be a little bit of a learning curve. It's different to come in and get rotated behind these guys versus now you are that guy who has to be on that field for the majority of the time. It's different. So it's a learning curve, and it's something that I expected, but that's definitely the group that needs a little bit more work.
I got you.
All right. Cobi, I don't know if you're ready to do this. Ready to go down the schedule?
Man, let's do it. Let's do it.
All right, here we go. All right, y'all. Open up with FAMU at FAMU.
I'm really going back and forth. I'm gonna be there. I go back and forth on that game every day, just because I know. Number one, I'm taking into account that even though we are talented offensively, these guys still have to actually go out in Tallahassee, defending national champions who are killing it in recruiting right now. All right, and play in that stadium at night on TV. And like this is our first time.
They hadn't lost there in a couple of administrations.
Listen, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be hard. You know what I'm saying? So if we have to deal with that off the bat, it could be an L, but depending on how we come out, if we come out sticking to our guns and we're being just as competitive as they are, if we are throwing our will around offensively and doing what we know we can do, especially with those running backs that we got, then I definitely give us a chance. But I go back and forth on it. I go back and forth on it. Plus, with FAMU, I got to see what Daniel Richardson looking like.
Yeah,
I got to. If he decent, I'll be a way bigger of a believer of him than I am right now. You know what I'm saying? But it's really going to depend on his play.
Yeah. Will Davis said the last team to beat us and brag was South Carolina State in 2018. So,
right. So it's I can't really be definitive with that one, man. It's a lot of factors that play into it. We really both going through the same thing in a way. You know what I'm saying, with these new players and this new coach. So we just gonna have to see.
All right. So, all right. Well, I won't count that one. I ain't gonna say it's a L, but I won't count it.
I can't even.
All right. You got the Citadel.
A win. That's easy.
Okay.
That was one of our most dominant wins last year. That's definitely a dub.
All right. Georgia Southern.
Let's be real about it. Yeah, this is a game. This is a game that one of them games that got the Cobi drafted. You know what I'm saying? This is just an opportunity for you to look good against an FBS opponent and get your draft stock up for guys like Kadarius. Not Kadarius, but Keyshawn Toney, and the rest of those guys. So then Aaron Smith. That's all this is. So that's a L.
All right. North Carolina A&T.
Listen, I don't care. I don't care what the history is. You know what the rivalry is when it comes to us. I don't like Aggies. I never will like an Aggie. That is a dub. Y'all ain't what y'all was. Y'all are not what y'all was. All right? I don't care what we playing this game at, bro. That's an L for y'all. I'm taking that now. I don't mess with Aggie, bro. That's an L. It's coming.
All right. Tennessee Tech.
This is one of the games I was talking about, right? Because defensively, we lights out. Offensively, Corey could not do anything. I actually am going to go out and say we get the win versus Tennessee Tech. Because all they did was run read option with Jordan Potts. And that really made me mad, bro. Because you know what I'm saying? Like that's all they did. All game Jordan Potts read option. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to that one. I want revenge for that one. That's a dub.
All right. I just want to. Dave said he don't care. It's in Orangeburg. Y'all catching the fade. You talking about them North Carolina A&T.
Hey, Dave, we can put a bet on it. You know what it is, bro. You know what it is.
All right. Fort Valley State.
That's I don't like to overlook no detours.
Right.
But that should definitely be a win for us.
All right. Delaware State.
Win. Oh, but I will say this.
That's homecoming too. So
the duo they got at running back and quarterback, man, they should be a lot more dangerous next season. They should really be a lot more dangerous next season with that duo that they have. But I still don't think they have enough. So yeah, give us that.
All right. We're gonna talk more about that in a couple of minutes. North Carolina Central at home. Military Appreciation Day. First Responders Day.
Listen.
First Saturday in November.
No Davius Richard. Okay. Y'all, what they put up 60?
Something like that. They still.
Yeah,
I'm still counting.
I think they just scored again.
Yeah.
hey, without Davies, without Mookie, not happening. Not happening, bro.
All right. So, all right. I got it. At Howard.
I'm gonna be honest. I know they mad about what happened last year. I know they is. Us going up there in that cold. That might be. I would say that's a good chance that they could be at. I'm gonna be honest with you. Playing up there in that cold, bro. That's different. You know what I'm saying? So, and I know they still heat about what Jawan did last year. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that might be a.
All right. At the Cocaine Bears, Morgan State.
Hey,
The fight
yeah.
me at Mike's. The fight Markham Banks.
Yeah, Mike. I hope you watching. I hope you watching this. The way. First of all, anybody who watched that Morgan State game last year know y'all barely escaped because of that miraculous kick return where that boy just broke like 9 tackles. I don't know how he did it, but y'all barely escaped us. It ain't happening. I want revenge coming for that one. Know that, but that I will say that defense, man, that they got ferocious. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's going to be a dogfight. I think we need to go into that game keeping it on the ground, and just see what we can do. But yeah, Elijah on that defensive line, that young cornerback who really, in my opinion, should be. He probably got one more good season, and you're gonna have to deal with Power 5 coaches calling him. And that linebacker they got, that's a nasty defense. So we'll see what we can lose that game. I think it'll be a close game, but I think we pull that out.
All right. And last, certainly not least, senior day, high school band day, Greek day, Norfolk State.
Easy. Easy, but and that's no disrespect to Norfolk. I swear it is, but nah, bro. Nah.
What you got them 9-3?
8. That's 8-4.
4.
8-4. Because they playing 12 games this year. It's leap year.
He had them losing to Howard, Georgia Southern,
and FAMU, and then it was one more.
It was on 3.
It was only 3. So did I count wrong? Did 9?
Don't we got 2 FBS schools this year? Or I'm tripping.
One.
Okay.
One.
Yeah.
He had them losing to Georgia Southern, Howard, and then he didn't say for FAMU.
Yeah, so we just gave him the.
I mean, that'll only be 3.
I guess that I did count wrong. Hold on, and let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, they only playing 11.
Oh, okay.
1, 2,
so
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, they only playing 11. So 8-3.
Well, I can't wait to see me at Mike after that game, man. I can't wait, but you better be online too. You better be online.
All right, that's not bad. Like I said, everybody else we've talked to is matter of fact, the MEAC gonna be that's gonna be a tough. I mean, the division you got 9 wins, 10 wins, 9 wins, 8 wins.
Well, first of all, I get why everybody feel that way. You know, they should. They definitely should. But you know, give us that, man.
All right. Now we're gonna talk about a school. I know you better not give them 9 wins.
No.
No disrespect to them. But I think we all feel the same way. We got to see something before we start believing. Let's talk Delaware State. Last year, they had 1 win against that was VUL, Virginia Lynchburg, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look it up. So I don't want to lie on them. All right, I got it right here. Yeah, 1 win. Yep, Virginia Lynchburg. They had some close losses though.
Yeah.
They lost to Central Connecticut by 7. They lost to Howard by 7. They lost to Morgan State by 7. And yeah, so
that's the thing with Delaware State, man. they really aren't without talent. They just don't have enough of it. You know what I'm saying? Because like the way they are able to produce these dynamic running backs needs to be studied. Nobody credits them for that. But they've been putting out decent running backs for the last few years. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that quarterback is going to make a big leap next year. I think his name is Marcus, if I'm not mistaken. His name will lose me, but he's going to make a big leap next year. And he could be, if he puts it all together, he could be a very dangerous piece in the MEAC. One of the most dangerous, all right? But they don't have enough pieces across the board, and that's why this is going to continue to be a thing for them.
We talked about what they're putting out offensively, I guess. Defensively, what do they look like? Because we know they've had some good play aside Guthrie's. The young man that you mentioned, that you guys pulled. This is the second year y'all pulled like a linebacker from them, isn't it?
No, Aiden Weber. I think he was the only linebacker who took him.
Okay, I thought the last year or the year before y'all got another linebacker for him or DN or something.
He came last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But defensively, I don't know. Like you said, they're not without talent. They
don't have enough of it. The ECU transfer, Nasir Clark, I like him a lot. I think he's a long-range corner. I think he's about 6'3". I think he does need to get bigger. Because he kind of like, I think he's skinnier than Travis Hunter, to be honest. But
Dang.
Yeah, so I think he's talented, but like it's just not a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, who else? They lost Ramel Harris-Freeman. He's gone now. You know what I'm saying? There's not a lot of pieces defensively, and they've always been decent with linebackers and edge rushers. They've always been decent, but I don't even know of a name that who's next up to really take on that role now. They gotta do a better job recruiting. I think they need to really do a little deep dive. You know what I'm saying? Really try to find them gems, man, and love on them and develop them so they can turn into something. Because recruiting wise, it's really going to be hard to get guys at that portal, and I really do feel for them in that aspect. But they're going to have to do something.
Yeah. And I think at this point, you just looking to be competitive if you the program. You know what I mean? Like when you wins will come, but you got, like you mentioned, them 7-point losses. You got to have more of them instead of them 30-point losses and 20-point losses like we saw a lot of the times last year from them. So I think the biggest thing for them when you talk about expectations for Delaware State is just kind of being competitive in more games and giving yourself a chance to win games.
Exactly. They have to be a team who they can't make mistakes like everybody. They can't make as much mistakes as everybody else.
Yeah.
They got to be one of the most disciplined teams in the conference. You know what I'm saying? And maybe they'll be able to pull out these 7-point losses that they've had last season. They really have to be on their stuff more than everybody else because they don't have the talent that everyone else has.
Yep. That makes sense.
Yeah. Lee Hall, this is the second year. Will he get more of a I guess you can say a leash being at Delaware State, or is it just kind of hey, we still got expectations?
When you bring any coach you bring in, you're gonna have to be patient. Mm-hmm. At Delaware State, you're gonna have to be patient with Lee. You know what I'm saying? This ain't a Hugh Jackson at Grambling. All right, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna really have to give him some time to sit here because he's gonna have to take a different approach than every other coach, man. Like he might really need to hit these high schools if he can't have success in the portal, and he's gonna have to have a couple of years to sit and build these kids up. You know what I'm saying? And pray they don't hit the portal in the meantime. If they do become something, they gonna really have to be patient with Lee. They're gonna have to trust that they've gotten the right guy. They're gonna have to trust in the system that he's trying to implement and the culture that he's trying to build, and they're gonna have to give him a couple of years to prove himself.
Yeah.
I guess I can ask you kind of the same question I asked about South Carolina State. What is success for Delaware State? I ain't not a number yet because we can go down. I just looked at their schedule and I can give you a number right now, but anyway.
Yeah. Success, staying healthy, number one. Like I said, being the most disciplined team in the NBA. That's what they need to focus on. Making as few mistakes as possible. That needs to be the goal. So that way it can really keep y'all in those close games. Like versus the Howard and everything like that. Marquise Gillis, he's gonna have to be the guy. That is a dynamic runner. That kid is uber athletic at running back. I wish he got more coverage, but he's gonna have to be the guy. I think just continuing to be competitive and maybe slipping out a couple more of these close wins that you could have had, these upsets that you could have had during the season. I think that's a successful season. Just constantly giving yourself something to build on. Constantly giving your team something to be proud of. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna have to be the small wins that leads to bigger wins for Delaware State.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of something else before we go down the schedule.
I just saw it too.
I'm looking at it.
It's brutal.
Yeah. Man.
So what you besides? I know you mentioned the backfield that they got at Dell State. If there's a position group or a player that you think is gonna kind of turn some people's head next year for Delaware State, who would it be?
I wish I could remember that quarterback's name. I swear I wish I could. I think his name is Marcus. Watch him. Like, really, really go back and watch that kid and how he played. I think, and I hate to do the comparisons because people are going to be like, ain't no way you comparing him to a NFL starter. You know what I'm saying?
No.
But this kid is a very dynamic dual threat quarterback, man. Very dynamic, very elusive. He really makes plays, and a lot of people didn't watch Delaware State, so they wouldn't know. But he made a lot of plays that made you go, "Damn! Like, who is this kid?" But he looks like because he's young. I think he was like a redshirt freshman last year, so it looks like he was just running around, going off instinct, trying to figure it out. So I think now that he had that season as a starter under his belt, and he's gotten that full off season, knowing he's the guy. I think he's going to give us something next season now that he's more poised and composed as the quarterback, and now that he knows where he has to go on this play or what's the call on this. But I think he's gonna really turn some heads, man. If people really pay attention to Delaware State next season, look at that quarterback, look at their starting quarterback, and tell me that kid ain't at a very dynamic dual threat quarterback.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it up now. Let's see here. Is it Marquis Adams?
Marquis Adams, yes. Marquis Adams. Look out for Marquis Adams. I think he's 6'2", 6'3", something like that.
6'1", 175.
Man, listen, man. I had the dynamic when he takes off. Dynamic. And he can throw. I don't want to just hype up his leg. He can throw as well, but that combination, man, the kid really is good. I actually had him on my sophomore sensation list on my page. So if you want to see a little bit of tape while I break down why I think he's gonna have a breakout year next year, you can go watch that on my channel. But I have high hopes of Marquis Adams for next season.
All right. I guess we can go down and look at this schedule. Oh Lord. They open up at Hawaii. Loss. They at Sacred Heart after that.
Loss.
They got Wagner at home.
It's home. Man, maybe they can be competitive. I don't want to give them one win, but
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
I'm going to say loss.
All right. Richmond at home, loss. At Campbell.
Woo.
Loss. Homecoming, they got St. Francis. I don't know.
Division 1 St. Francis?
It says St. Francis University. Let's see. Yeah.
They colors were red, white,
and black. Red, white, and black. Yeah.
Nah, I lost.
Yeah. Robert Morris at Robert Morris.
No, not at Robert Morris. No.
Then they got at South Carolina State. Loss. At Howard.
Loss.
At home, welcoming in Morgan State.
With that defense that Morgan State got, oh no. Elijah Griffin alone might disrupt things for them.
Yeah. At Norfolk State.
Norfolk, that game got potential.
I'm thinking that if it was a home game, I might be leaning for them to get a win, but it's a away game too.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be close. It's probably be their closest game of the season.
I think so. Plus, Norfolk did lose their best runner in Jordan Lennon in the transfer portal. So, who's going to take over that? Who's going to really step up and be that guy? I don't
Otto Coombs. Nope. What? I nobody can tell me what's going on with that. So
yeah, that could end up being a win for
them. Yeah. And then they close it out with North Carolina Central at home. Yeah. So.
But man, they just got to keep working.
Rough year.
Yeah, so I just put down because I'm keeping track of what everybody say about wins and stuff. Just nothing. So I had to go spades with this one about St. Delaware State. I got 0 and a possum.
Yeah, I mean 0 and a possum for sure.
You could have put 0 in a prayer.
Oh man, I ain't gonna say I feel bad for Delaware State because it's not like it's not a pity thing, but it's I can't look at their schedule and honestly see a win.
Right.
That's the problem is the schedule. Like you ain't
give yourself a chance, man.
Yeah, that's my point. You ain't give yourself an opportunity to eke out a win. Like last year, you put VUL on there. You could have put Virginia Union. You could have put somebody like that on the schedule to give yourself some kind of.
Virginia Union was not going to be.
Well, I'm saying give it.
They could have put what's the one in California that everybody be scheduling
Lincoln.
to? They could put Lincoln.
The crazy thing is, even with Division II schools, they would have had to be real selective who they put.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You mentioned Drumline earlier. They might would have had to play Atlanta A&T.
Bring Morris Brown back. Huh?
Bring Morris Brown up in there. What was the other school they played in there when they started the fight?
Oh, that was
Tuskegee. She had to play them like in the cold. Matter of fact, everybody who let me look at this schedule again. November time frame. Morgan State come over. They're gonna have to spray them with the water hose before the game. Play them, give them an advantage or something.
Man, listen, that defense gonna eat them alive, bro. I feel bad. I feel bad for that one.
Man, Cobi,
you got Richmond and Campbell back-to-back weeks, bro.
Like who scheduled that?
Not even just that. You go to Hawaii, nice trip, enjoy it, aloha. But then you got Sacred Heart, and then it's just like your schedule don't get easy at any point.
Literally no.
They do have a bye week before they play South Carolina State,
and I'm glad they do, honestly, because I hopefully they don't have
Shaw or Livingston. I agree.
Yeah, hopefully with that schedule they play, they get them time to heal up before MEAC play.
Right. Good Lord,
man. Cobi, let me ask this. As we get ready to wrap up, what are you most looking forward to for the season as a whole?
MEAC play. I need to see who comes out in MEAC because it's really uncertain right now. Like, you know how we all giving ourselves 8-9 wins. Like, nah, it's really uncertain right now. Like, you know, last year you could pinpoint it because of Davis. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really just don't know. You could say Howard has the best shot, but then you look at Morgan and that prolific defense they got, and you say, man, all Morgan needs is an above average, you know, offensive showing, and you know they can get to Atlanta. So it's like I just need to see how Miak play is going to turn out.
Yeah. Banks said Cobi, first time head coach with the 8-3, with the 4-1 conference record. Come on, fam. Hey, I just want you to Cobi, before you even respond. I just want to say
another Morgan guy. He another Morgan guy.
I know. Before you respond, I just want you to know you probably want to go back when he was on and some of the stuff he was saying about Morgan State. Go ahead.
I was just about to say that. I was just about to say that. When they got Damon Wilson and they was getting all these transfers from Bowie, it was Atlanta then. It was Celebration Bowl time then. But now we got to be realistic because we got the top guy. Okay. Right. And mind you, we combining these dudes, some of the top Benedict dudes with guys who were all FCS All-Americans. This ain't a team full of Benedict guys. These are handpicked, like the best of that team. Could just mix them with what we got now. Couldn't say that about Morgan when they got David. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna see what's up though. I need that Morgan State game to happen because they barely escaped last year, and they get the bragging rights, they get the talk because they pulled the win out. But we gonna repay y'all a visit real soon. All
right. I do want to point out that me at Mike and Markham are not tweeting at the same time.
They have not.
They have not messaged, tweeted, or anything at the same time. So I just want to throw that theory back out there.
As a matter of fact, Banks didn't even comment the whole show.
Know what?
But he knew, knew exactly what the record was and all that though.
Hey, Marcone, bro, I'm on to you, bro. We own you, bro. We know what you're doing.
Hey, man, we starting to back up.
No, because you're right. They don't tweet at the same time, bro. Like, I'm on to y'all, man. I'm on to you, bro. I know what you're doing now.
All right. Man, before we get ready to get up out of here, that is M1 say North Carolina Central, South Carolina State will be a must-see.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be a good one.
I mean, besides last year, it has been a must-see, because it was one possession games, man. So yeah, it should be again this year.
Yeah. Man, Cobi, tell the people where they can find you, what you're working on, and all that good stuff before we get ready to get up out of here.
So I did promise a position breakdown video for Jackson State, so I got that coming. I also have my top 10 impact freshman for HBCU ball. That's coming up as well, so look out for that. And you can find all this and more on the BlitzCity podcast on YouTube, of course, and you can follow me on Twitter as well as Instagram at Cobi Orr. Just like you see here on the screen, you just put Cobi Orr together and you can follow me there. But yeah, content coming real soon.
All right. Looking forward to it, man. Hey, as always, we always enjoy having you on, coming through, breaking down, getting us hyped for the season for South Carolina State. I'm looking forward to it, man. I really am. I'm a Chinnis Berry fan for real, man.
I just if it doesn't go our way, I know people are gonna be quick to get on Chinnis, but there are gonna be hiccups. You know what I'm saying? You just know how HBCU fans is. As soon as the first loss come, this the same old South Carolina State. This ain't. You know what I'm saying? No, that's gonna be hiccups. Of course, I know he's a first-year head coach. We ain't gonna be perfect, but I expect a way better showing than what we were last year. I still expect a way better season than what we had last year.
Someone, some B-Boy Cole said, look for more commitment announcements from South Carolina State soon.
That's true. That safety from Middle Tennessee State. That's what we waiting on. We in the top 3. I think who are we competing against? Like 2 other SWAC school, one SWAC school, and then another FCS school. So we'll see what happens, man. We get him plus the kid from Lehigh. That's a deadly duo in that secondary and safety. So we'll see what happens.
Jay White talking about Morgan State mascot. Said the Morgan State Wild Bears. It's meant Omar and Snoop. They mascot got the actual felt costume. Oh man, that's funny. I did see. I think I saw Morgan State mascot wearing Tim's at the basketball game. Something like that. Tim's and a chain, something like that.
Come on, man.
It was something wild. Like Erica had posted a picture.
That's crazy.
I was like, whoa. Yeah. Before we get up out of here, man, you got anything else, Cobi?
I'm good. I'm good.
And you got something before we get up out of here?
I just want to say, my condolences to the Dallas Mavericks.
Oh, listen, that is ugly. Last time I checked, it was like a 21-point game at half.
It was 21 and a half. Yeah,
at half. So,
good Lord.
Yeah, buddy.
They just wanted to win that at home.
pretty much.
You know something crazy? I had somebody at work tell me, one of my friends, he's like, man, I think Dallas gonna sweep. I said, sweep? He said, yeah. I said, okay.
Yeah,
okay. Next thing you know, it's 3-0.
Way off with that one.
Yeah. Hockey ain't no better.
I didn't know you work with Nick Thomas.
That's funny. That was a Nick Thomas type comment too. But yeah, that was like, ooh. But yeah, hockey in a 3-1 situation too. Florida finna run away with that one tomorrow.
Yeah, but both. All right, so both of the series was 3-0, hockey and the NBA. And then in game 4, the team that was getting swept blew out the other team. Hockey, the score was like 8-1 or something like that. And then, Dallas beat Boston by like 40 or whatever it was. Like, man.
These are the type of scores that make people think that pro sports is fixed, man. This is why
it's called sports entertainment.
You know what I'm saying? So
entertainment. They know what people kept saying, oh, the NBA ain't gonna let the sweep happen. And I was just like, the NBA don't care.
For real.
They don't care, but hey, it is what it is. We'll be back on Wednesday. We have Alabama State, Alcorn State, Tennessee State, Wild Card, G from Swacking the Fool, and our good man Zach from the Blue Bloods. They'll break it down. Yeah, it's finna be wild. You already know. You already know Khalil A. Smith, Kendall Kellerman. G.
They got body. Oh man, they finna be obnoxious.
Oh man, what Miss Body was in here early. She was in here last week. Josh,
I love Miss Body, man. I love
you can't help but love Miss Body, man.
For real,
can't help but love her. I think that's it before we get up out of here. I ain't got no theme song on this side, but all right, man. We'll be back on Wednesday, and like that, we out. This show was presented by BetOnline.ag.
Bring me my money.